What is up, folks? Hope you can hear me well as I will once again with exposing the IWC. And I felt like I had no choice but to do this stream. Why? Because I spent all year, if you don't know, what's up, Maya, by the way? If you don't know, at the beginning of the year, I decided to watch and document all the best singles women's wrestling matches of the year. Started from January all the way to the end of the year. And at first it was cool, kind of fun to watch all that stuff. But ultimately, as the year went on, probably around November, October, that range, started getting kind of like burnt down on it. But I continued to do it. I finished it all the way up till this past few days. I've completed the list. And I decided, you know what? Since I've done it, I watched so much women's wrestling. I might as well do a stream just talking about the best of 2025 storyline, in ring, on the mic, best matches, best overall wrestler, and had people yell at me like they always do. Yeah, I'm not doing it again, Maya. It's over. This is the last year. First and last year, I can't do it. Because trust me, by the time you get around October, November, like I have to watch this match again. Because usually when I score a match, I watch it again. And it became too much. It became too much. But we're gonna talk about, so what do we talk about today? We're gonna do storyline of the year, rivalry of the year, I'm not gonna do, I have a list of 100 matches. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do top 20 matches of the year. Best on the mic, best heel turn, breakout wrestler of the year, tag team of the year, match of the year, show of the year, best in-ring match or best in-ring wrestler, and an overall wrestler. Sounds like a lot, but we're gonna go through this pretty quickly. Trust me, it won't be that long. It's very, very time consuming. It took too long. So I'm not gonna do it again. The first and last time I'm doing this. Okay. So let's start with the best matches of the year. So when I talk about best matches, I'm talking about in ring. Okay? In ring. Just talking about in ring. Not talking about storytelling, not talking about promos. Just what happened when the bell rung and the bell rung again to close the match. In terms of technique, technical skills, that's what we're talking about, okay? All right, so I want to hear about the Hollywood ending because I rewatched that match just to make sure I wasn't crazy. Yes, it was a great match. Happy New Year, folks. Hope it all was well. Hope your Christmas break and your whatever you celebrate, hope it all went well. What's up, King? I just focused on the in-ring, okay? So I rewatched a Hollywood ending match just to make sure I wasn't crazy. Yes, it was good storytelling. Yes, it was emotional, but you're taking bottle to the vag, okay? Bottle to the vag, bottle to the forehead, okay? Cutting the foreheads open. Yes, I get it. It was a bloody match. It was crazy. It was hectic. But in terms of technical skills, in terms of in-ring, it's not amongst the best matches of the year. I rewatched it today to confirm that, okay? But let's just talk about the best. Okay, let's talk about the top 20. I'm not gonna go through the top 100. That's too much. Let's just do top 20. Honorable mentions, basically the top 25. So the 5 that missed out on top 20. It is, let's see this move over to this. Here we go. 25 was Starlight Kid versus Tomoka Inaba. Good match. One of her first title defenses. I think it was one of her first title defenses, or maybe it was mid-year. Either way, Tomoka used her leg kicks. Starlight Kid using her high flying. Very good match. It was enjoyable. Number 25. Jumped ahead. 24 was Miyu Watanabe versus Mizuki. These two had two matches this year, singles matches, I think, this year, both for the title. This is the one where Mizuki won the belt at the beginning of the year. Very good match. These two have very good chemistry. You can watch them wrestle all day long. They never have a bad match. They have a good chemistry. Very good match. This pretty much started the year for Mizuki out strong. She had a good run this year, then dropped the belt ultimately again to Miyu Watanabe. But this was the best match they had of the two. But this 24, not bad. 23, WWE is on here. Okay, so we have Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. This was the match where Bianca Belair was outside the ring and Rhea Ripley got distracted, quote unquote, and Io surprised the world because I was shocked when she won that belt. I was shocked. Okay, I was super shocked, but it was a good match. They did well. 22, Full Gear. Mercedes Moné, Chris Statlander. This was Chris Statlander's defense against Mercedes Moné. Good match. They did well. These two can go in the ring. Top 3 in that promotion. I think Athena's the best, but these two always put on a good performance. They were great. 21, Athena versus Persephone. This was surprising because Ring of Honor. Yes, I did watch Ring of Honor just to show you. I had to go watch everything. I even watched some DPW matches, crying out loud, for this list. Not doing it again. Okay, but this is a very good match. These two killed it. If Persephone isn't on the WWE's radar, then I don't know what more she can do, because woman is very, very good, and she speaks Spanish and English fluently. Either way, wherever she goes, wherever she stays, very good wrestler. These two had a banger. This was probably Athena's best match this year, at least for me. Unless I'm wrong, we'll see in a minute, because maybe I don't remember my own list. But there's 21. Okay, now for the top 20. Number 20, Ami Hayashishita versus Ami Aroha. Now this match, I should be higher. Okay, Takumi Aroha versus Utami should be higher. It's not, because this match is 54 minutes, and it was, the hubris of the booking was very annoying. Okay, this match should have ended 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. But because it was an hour long match time, or like time limit, right? They went all the way to almost 60 minutes, almost an hour. And most of the match was a lot of headlocks and submission holds. You could tell during the match that they were just trying to get to that hour mark, and that was kind of annoying. This match should be higher. The reason why it's not is because of that nonsense, okay? It was clear what they were doing. Like 40 minutes in, okay, I see what you guys are doing. We have to extend this all the way to an hour. Not that need to be that long, but it's a good match. You can't knock it for that. You can't knock it so much for that, but it's in the top 20. Yeah, hour-long match was crazy. That's what it was. And it was a draw. So I'm judging the in-ring. So fair is fair. Good stuff in there. But it was a draw, ultimately. That kind of annoyed me. But hey, top 20. Good for them. Number 19. Shiro Hashimoto versus Syuri. Now, Shishiro is Senai Girls World Champion. She gets overlooked a lot, but she's a very good wrestler. One of the best in the world. She had a banker with Syuri not too long ago. I think this was what? Here it is right there. It says November. Later in the year, when I was getting kind of tired making the list. Very good match. Hard hitting. These two beat the shit out of each other. It was a banger. Number 19. Good match. 18. We have Starlight Kid versus Konami. This match just happened. Starlight Kid had a great run with the white belt. Great run. Dropped the belt recently to Konami. This was that match. Very good. They had a lot of interference from the faction Hate, which is the heel group of Stardom. Still very good. It didn't take away from it at all. I enjoyed it. Starlight Kid, great run. Can't even hate. Okay, that was very good. Starlight Kid is one of the best in the ring. She's going to be coming up here a lot. She's very good. She had a great year. 17. This was probably Syuri's best match in ring. She had a lot of them. Just to be clear, if your match is on this list, even if it's in the top 100, it was very, very good. Okay, so this is the best of the best. So Syuri, Vinny, earlier this year, Cedar belt, very good match. You had the Vinny's athleticism, you had Syuri's hard hitting, and it was very good, very entertaining. I thought it was one of the best matches of the year. That was 17. Number 16. Now this is a match that even some of the Joshi stands didn't watch. Okay, that's how dedicated I was to this damn list. This was Sakura's 20th anniversary. Got Azumi versus Mei Shuruga. I always struggle saying her last name. Anyway, this is my first time watching this woman wrestle. The first time I saw her wrestle. Very, very good. These two are masters of their craft. I was taken aback. I was shocked with how good it was. Very good, very fun. In-ring, fantastic. Azumi's always great. She's always going to be on this list multiple times. Very good match. That was number 16. Number 15 was, here's Athena. Again, I was wrong. I said Athena might not be on this list again. I forgot. Yes, Mina Shirakawa and Athena, Ring of Honor, Death of Before Honor, Hot 15. I was kind of shocked. Not because I thought Mina couldn't deliver with Athena. I was just surprised that they went that hard, and they did went hard. They were physical, they were impressive all around, not no botches. It was a very, very good match. Longer match as well. A lot of false finishes. These two went to war. Very good. I was taken aback. Ring of Honor. There you go. See, I watched Ring of Honor, folks. I had no choice. Think of this list. Very, very good match. So Athena had a better match in the ring. Almost said something else wrong. Let me keep going. Next match, number 14, was Shoko Nakajima versus Miyu Watanabe. These two have great chemistry. They actually had the best match of the year for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling last year, voted by the fans. And this year, they should be voted the top match again because these two have great chemistry every time they're in the ring they cook. This was the semifinals for the Tokyo Princess Cup. Miyu Watanabe won the match. They went on to win the whole entire thing. But yeah, this semifinals, fantastic match. Every time they get in the ring, it's magic. More people need to know about Shoko Nakajima. She's number 13. Here we have Mercedes Moné. Now this is her best match in the ring, bell to bell. My opinion, her match with Emerson Jane. I've never seen Emerson Jane wrestle, and that was the benefit of this run that Mercedes Moné had this year, going around the world, going to the UK, going to Europe, wrestling these women, and I got to watch these women wrestle for the first time. Emerson Jane is very, very good in the ring. He was scoring, when I did my scoring, her in-ring stuff was scoring more than Mercedes. So it was these matches are, it's a pull and push and pull. Okay. It takes two to tango in order to deliver these good matches. And she was very good in the ring. This is my favorite Mercedes Moné match this year. It was a title for title match. Of course, Mercedes won. A great match. If you can find it on YouTube, maybe somewhere. It's the quality isn't great because it was like a indie, but the in ring was great. Moving on, we have these two women, best in the world in ring. They're always going to be best in the world in ring when it comes to Starlight Kid and Azumi. They have a long time rivalry at first, but now they're kind of friends within their faction. But these two have a story history. They have bangers coming up together in ring. Always deliver, always great. Starlight Kid is one of the best. Azumi one of the best. And they had a banger. Not surprised. Every time you see Azumi, Starlight Kid together in the ring, it's going to be a top 10, top 15 match of the year probably, because that's just how good they are. Always deliver. Always great chemistry. Fantastic match. Mercedes been delivering bangers in the indies all year. Yep, sure has. And I watched them all. Number 11, this match just happened. This main event of Stardom, I almost said Grand Queendom. That's Marigold, or Dream Queendom. Yes, it is Dream Queendom. I almost said Grand Destiny, which is Marigold. Dream Queendom says right there in the damn picture. Okay, this was the best match of that show, main event. I haven't watched a single one. I need to do better. Mercedes, no, you have a life. I made the dumb decision to watch all this shit. Okay, I'm not doing it again. Enjoy your life. I envy you. Sai Kamatani, Soriano. This was a filler match. The outcome was never in doubt, but these two are some of the best in Stardom. Had a great match. Number 11. Great match. He has Soriano's bridging. He has Sai Kamatani's athleticism and high flying maneuvers and springboards and the false finishes and the beautiful submissions and suplexes. This fantastic match just happened a couple days ago. Great match. Number 10, here we have Saya again and Azumi again. As you see, these two are just some of the best in the world. Now, this outcome pissed me off because I knew that Azumi was going to drop the belt here. This was a title for title match. This is during a time when they were trying to build Saya Kamitani's resume so she can win the award at the end of the year for the MVP award for Tokyo Sports. Ultimately, it worked out, so mission accomplished. But at the time, I was kind of annoyed. But in ring, great match. Of course, you two always deliver, amazing. When you see Saya Kamitani's name, you see Azumi's name, it's always a banger. They had a great match, title for title. New Japan strong belt, red belt. Both belts go to Saya. Number 9. Now, this would be the most controversial one because the last time I made this list, people were upset. Triple threat: Rhea Ripley, Io, Naomi. Now, why is this match so high? For me, triple threat matches are my favorite match type, and they score well. You see a lot of innovative moves because if you have a very good producer for a triple threat match, you're gonna get a banger. Even this last past Raw, you saw Nikki Bella, Raquel, and Stephanie have a good triple threat. We have these intricate moves and these moves that kind of like morph into different moves based on the three-way. It's always very cool to see, very intricate, very creative you can get with these matches. This match had a lot of creativity, and it was a banger. Triple threat matches are always fun to watch because it's always fun to see what the producer comes up with. Like, how do you make that move work with with 3 people instead of 2? How do you make it flow and make it look cool? Like, it's always interesting to see how a good producer puts together a triple threat match. Now, according to my rules, I only did singles matches and triple threats. So fatal 4-ways did not make the cut. Specialty matches like chamber matches did not make the cut. It had to be singles matches or triple threat. Because if I added more, I'd be doing this all day, and I might end myself. So I had to keep it to a limit. My limit was singles matches and triple threat. I didn't go to 4-ways or 5-ways, anything like that. But there's number 9. Number 8. Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3. This is a WrestlePalooza. Match was an absolute banger. Vaquer hit her corkscrew moonsault to end the match. 2 of the best in the world, 2 technicians. Special, smooth, high flying, amazing. This match was one of the best of the year and deserving of number 8. Yeah, the chamber match would have been up there. Even like, for example, the match that just happened at Deadline, Iron Survivor, that would be up there as well. But then I'd be doing this all day. So no, it was not in there. Next match, number 7. We have Starlight Kid versus Rena. Rena is 18 years old. She was 18 at this time. She's 19 now. I think she's 18 at the time. This woman, this young lady, one of the best wrestlers in Stardom, and she's like 19 years old. It's kind of crazy. This is one of the matches early in the year that put me on to Rena. I knew who she was, but I know how good she was. Once I saw her wrestle this match, like, damn, this girl is ridiculously good at a young age. I haven't seen anything like it. Haven't seen anything like that. Someone being that clean, that doesn't put a foot wrong, that smooth at 18, wrestling like she's been wrestling for 30, I'm gonna say 30 years, like 20 years. It's crazy how good this girl is. Had a good match with Starlight Kid. Is one of the earlier matches of her reign. Starlight Kid won, of course. It was a very, very good match. It stayed at the top the whole year. Stayed at the top. Barina is very, very good. I was very impressed. Okay, here's another controversial one. People don't like Tessa Blanchard. This is my number 6. Jordynne Grace versus Tessa Blanchard. TNA Genesis. Banger. I like Jordynne Grace in the ring. She always comes up with something I've never seen before. Every time I see Jordynne Grace in a big match, she does something I've never seen before. I'm always impressed. Like, how do you come up with that? Like, what's going on here? These two have good chemistry. They wrestled their asses off, and it was a banger. I gotta be honest. No matter who I like or dislike or what promotion I watch or don't watch, I have to grade it fairly based on in-ring. And based on in-ring, Tessa Blanchard, Jordynne Grace is a top 10 match. It was amazing. Good match. I challenge anybody to watch that match and tell me it's not top 10 this year. It was very good. Number 5. Here she is again. She's never late. Azumi versus Momo Watanabe. Now, this was the final of the 5-star GP. I felt for Azumi because I wanted her to win this match, but Momo, I like her a lot as well. Unfortunately for Momo, she lost the match to Saya 2 weeks later, so it's almost like she won it and nothing happened. This is equivalent of winning the Royal Rumble and losing the title match 2 weeks later. That's what happened to her. But it's a good match. Banger. Had some story. Momo wanted to win the match fairly. Didn't want to have any interference in the match from hate. That was a story beat in the match. But overall, just very good in-ring stuff. These two always deliver, especially Azumi. Great match. Yeah, she's so good, man. So good. I want to see her. Funny, because in Japan, when you don't win the title, like in America, it doesn't matter if you have the title or not. I always say, whoever has the story has the power. It doesn't matter that if you have the title. I give you example after example after example. In Japan, you need the title. It's a little different, completely. It's completely different, honestly. And she keeps dropping the belt. I don't know when she's going to have a long-term reign these days, but she deserves it. She's very good. Amazing. Number 7. Evolution. Oh, is that 7? What's 4? Not 5 to 7. 5 to 4. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Evolution main event. Banger. We've all seen it. Absolute banger. It ends with a cash-in by Naomi, but the in-ring here is amazing. They went into the crowd. They went up into the I think Io Sky did a moonsault or did something from the top rope, not top rope, but from the from the top of in the crowd. I forgot the word I'm looking for. Anyway, great match, fantastic. These two have great chemistry. It was a banger. Can't complain. It was very good. Number 3, bell to bell in ring. We have Rhea, Io, Bianca. Now I would love to put this number 1 out of bias, but hey, I have to be fair. And when I do my scoring system, in-ring alone, just talk about in-ring, not character moments, not story beats, just in-ring match, bell to bell, moves, technical skills. This is my number 3. We've all seen it. The best match of WrestleMania. Fantastic. It is the consensus best match of WrestleMania. It's a women's match. Need I say more? No, I don't. Fantastic. Whatever happens to Bianca, did she retire? That's a good question. I don't know. Number 2, we have Tam Nakano and Sai Kamitani. 1 is the first match. Now, most people remember the second match at All-Star Grand Queendom, but this is the match they gave away for free on YouTube. This match was supposed to be if Tam Nakano loses, she has to leave Stardom. But ultimately, Saya said, I'll give you one more chance, which is like, this is bullshit. What do you mean one more chance anyway? I'll give you one more chance. And now it's title for career. If you lose, you have to retire from wrestling. That was a stipulation for the next match that people know more than this one. Because that was a big match at All-Star Grand Queendom. But this was a better match. And for the longest time, this was the best match in ring for me. Fantastic match. Go watch it. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I can't say enough. Great match. It's free to watch on YouTube right now. Great. But this was not number 1. It was number 1 for the longest time. And then Mayu and Io happened. From bell to bell in ring, Dream Destiny at Grand Destiny 2025. The best in-ring match, bell to bell, was Mayu Iwatani versus Io Sky. Number 1. Fantastic match. These two are masters of their craft, masters of the game. They cooked, pan-seared, okay? They didn't just cook. It was pan-seared, okay? It was seasoned to perfection, and these two went to war, and it was great. That's my top 25. Will I release the entire list? Probably not. But I might later on Twitter. But it was a great match. That's my number 1. Any complaints, any issues with my rankings before I move on to the rest of this shit? But yeah, this is my top 25. Great year for women's wrestling. A lot of Joshi. We might say, hey, where's the WWE? Where's the AW? Well, in Japan, they allow it's all women's promotion, but they allow them to cook in the ring. They have more opportunities to put on bangers, therefore they do. So yeah, that's why there's so much Joshi. But it is what it is. I mean, I have to be honest with myself. Gotta be honest. Okay, now we move on. NXT not having one is funny as hell. I mean, not my top 25. Let's see quickly. NXT, for the highest NXT match, singles, one-on-one, or triple threat on my list. 31. Number 31. Yep. Guess the match. Guess the match. Number 1, singles match, one-on-one. If you know my taste, guess what's the highest ranked NXT match? Stephanie Jordan, no. Not even close. Where's Stephanie Jordan on this? Where's Stephanie Jordan? Let's see. Can I find it quickly? The match with Stephanie? Nope. It is not. Roxanne? Nope. Jordan Grace? Nope. JC Jane? Nope. You guys suck. Think about it. One-on-one. Hoopers. All right. Who are Hoopers? One-on-one. That had a match that folks talked about it like, wow, this is impressive. I'll give you a hint. A lot of athleticism. There you go. You got it. You got it. Good job, NIY. Soul Kalani is the highest match on the list. Okay, let's move on. Where do you want to start? Storyline of the year. Across all of wrestling, women's wrestling, what's the storyline of the year? Well, here's my option I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you 4 options. Number 1, Ultimo Monet. That's what I'm calling it. Ultimo Monet. This woman scoured the globe, went around trying to collect belts. Now, it wasn't really a coherent, true storyline, but let's just call it a storyline for the sake of it. She went around collecting belts. It became a big thing. She got Ultimo Dragon's record. That's number 1, or option A. Option B, Naomi goes bad. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, she had this whole storyline. She attacked Jade. She admitted it. She cried in the ring. She had matches with Jade Cargill, got beat up a couple times, cashed in, won the belt. Naomi goes bad. That's number 2, or B. Option C is Tam Nakano retires. Talked about it earlier. Whole entire storyline in Stardom with Tam facing off with Saya. Ultimately, it ends up with the retirement match, retire or title. She loses. She has to retire. Had an emotional moment at the end of the match where Saya admits to her that she loves her. They embrace. They go to the top of the ramp. The confetti, or I think it was like the feathers, fell. Very beautiful ending for them. But yeah, that's storyline for Tam Nakano. Or Nakano. Or your 4th option, D, Hollywood ending. I'm calling it Hollywood ending. I'm talking about the entire 3-month run of, why am I blanking on her name? Toni Storm and Raime from January to March. If you remember, Toni Storm was pretending to be the old Toni Storm. And people were like, what's going on here? Is she going crazy? Did she lose it? And then you had that moment in the ring where Maya slapped the shit out of her twice and left her in the ring. She cut that promo and she said, I'm back, blah, 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 right? She said, I was performing, I was acting. It was a performance of a lifetime, right? That's when she came back to the timeless version of herself, goes to Hollywood ending, that match happens, big deal, blah, 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 right? What is storyline of the year? Ultimo Monet, Naomi goes bad, Tam retires, or the Hollywood ending, what I'm calling it. For me, I'm going with the Hollywood ending. See, I'm not an AW hater, okay? I tell the truth. Hollywood ending. In terms of storylines for the women, that was number one. It's funny because it's actually a short time in 2025. Went from January to March, and then you didn't see her again. By her, I mean Mariah May. She was off TV. Only lasted for 3 months. Actually, less than 3 months. But the passion, the storylines, the character moments, it deserved it. So what can I say? I am an honest person, okay? Tell the truth. That was the best women's storyline. So, one up for AEW there. Rivalry of the year. Here are your options. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, which is funny because that didn't last that long, and now they're buddies and friends. So how much of a rivalry was it, you know? So you have Io, Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, Mariah May. How about that one? Sai Kamatani versus Tam Nakano. All right, talk about that one. And your last option, Tiffany, Charlotte Flair. Go to show you that the rivalries haven't been that plentiful and that interesting. Tiffany, Charlotte Flair, and the personal shot that came about and the nonsense that came about with that one. Those are your options. For me, rivalry of the year goes to Mariah May and Toni Storm. Look at me, the big old AEW hater, right? I'm a truther. Got no choice. I have no choice. This was the best rivalry of the year. Blood rivalry. It had heart, it had emotion, it had everything. Laid it out on the line. So yeah, ultimately that's the best one. Wasn't any great rivalries this year. Well, not a lot of them. Tam, Saya, sure, that was solid. But yeah, this was the best rivalry. So yeah, I can't lie. Can't lie. Next category. What are you talking about? We switching it around. Now you hate Naomi. Who hates Naomi? Me? Heel turn of the year. This is an easy one. I'm not even gonna like spend time arguing or laying out the foundation here. It's Naomi. The best heel turn of the women's division or women's wrestling was Naomi. Hacked Jade. She lied about it or didn't tell the truth for weeks. Cried in the ring with Bianca Belair. Had a great story beat, a great character moment in the ring. Had a bunch of work with Jade Cargill. She wins in Money in the Bank, cuts funny ass promos, entertaining as hell promos. There's a point during the year where Naomi was the most entertaining woman in all of wrestling. She was the best thing going in women's wrestling. That's how good she was. Got pregnant, and it all ended. But she had a great run. Heel turn was great. My heel turn of the year, Naomi. She's great. Very entertaining. Moving on. Best on the mic. Now this is interesting. Best on the mic. Here are your options. Toni Storm. Timeless, Toni Storm. Naomi. Becky Lynch. Or I'm going to give some love to this person, Jacy Jayne. I don't think Jacy Jayne gets enough credit for her mic work, so I'm giving her a nod here. Now, of course, this kind of isn't fair to the rest of the world, right? Because I only speak English. So I can't really rate the promo skills of the Joshis or the people in Mexico or anywhere else, right? Kind of unfair. So I don't really put that much stock in this list or this category. This is only for English-speaking folk, right? But what do you guys think? Best on the mic. Toni Storm, Naomi, Becky, Jacy Jayne. When it comes to Toni Storm, I'll say this. Her material is solid. The crowd loves it. A lot of innuendos, I get it. But ultimately, her shtick at some points doesn't really fall on the good side of the fence for me sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, Toni Storm kind of sounds kind of samey. Her work with Mariah May was good, but the rest of the year, was just okay. Like I get it, kind of getting kind of tiresome to me, but that's just me. Not saying it's bad. Her name here, but that's just me. Naomi, good on the mic this year. Brought the emotion, brought the heel stuff that was fun, entertaining. Great, I thought she was all year. Until she got pregnant. Now, would she be number one for me if she spent the entire year on the mic and not she had to walk away? Maybe, but that's where we're at with Naomi. For me, I'm gonna tell you right now, my number one on the mic this year, Becky Lynch. This woman has been asked to talk on the mic in front of the crowd all year. She delivered funny, comedic, serious promos all year. She's delivering promos backstage, on her social media, posting videos of her promos work. She's entertaining. She's great. I think she's been awesome. It's not just me saying that. Sports Illustrated said it. Bleacher Report said it. Okay, everybody's saying it. She's been great on the mic all year. She's been great, consistent. Yeah, I think she deserves this award. My best on the mic in 2025, Becky Lynch. Yep, big time Bex. She's been great all year. From January to December. Entertaining, putting people over. Maxine and Lyra and Bailey is doing a great job on the mic. Becky Lynch. Am I wrong? Did it go to Jacy Jayne, Toni Storm, Naomi? Who? Am I wrong? I think she deserves it. Consistency all year. When did she return from injury? You're right, she wasn't in January. When did she return? Let me see something real quick. That's slip up for me. Slip up. Becky Lynch returns 2025. Let's see. Oh yeah, at WrestleMania, I remember now. Return, had a match with Lyra. Bailey had to sit out. I remember. But still gets the award. Next one is Breakout Wrestler of the Year. Here's your options. Rena of Stardom. Loruka from NXT. Kendall Gray of NXT. Or Victoria Yuzuki of Marigold. Now, Rena has had a great year. Hasn't won any singles gold, but she has been impressive all year. Had a good run in the 5-star GP. Impressed everybody. Now she has a chance to win the white belt. Great year. Also, this awesome year. I can't say enough about Rena. This is amazing. Haruka, she won the speed belt. She won the North American Championship. Had a great year. Entertaining. Good matches. Her run, I would love to see a little bit more title defenses for her, but has some good shit, good matches. Had a great match with Kalani Jordan and the such. Can't complain. Kendall Gray had come up hot recently. She's come on late here. Very entertaining, very likable, rising superstar. Folks want to see her win the belt against Jacy Jayne, and I can't blame them. She's been a joy to watch. She's just very likable and very good in the ring. Her wrestling background, amateur, very, very good. It's so good stuff. And Victoria Yuzuki, Margot, she won the what's the name of the belt? I'm blanking on it. Superfly belt. She won that. And then Mayu dropped it. Mayu beat her for that. And then she won the white belt at the end of the year here. She had a good run in the Dreamstar GP. This is an overall fantastic year from Victoria Yuzuki. For me, breakout wrestler of the year is Victoria Yuzuki. It's a fantastic year. Won 2 singles belts, Superfly, white belt. She has cooked all year, main evented. Every time they ask her to step up, she's done it. She's 20 years old and she's amazing. That is my breakout wrestler of the year from Marigold Japan. Argue with your mama. Pick Rina. I don't have a problem with that. If you think Rina is the breakout of the year, I have no complaints with that. She's amazing. But she didn't win any singles gold, whereas Victoria Yuzuki won 2 belts. Gold's going to be mid-card champion. I agree. Eventually she will be. Tag team of the year. Now, what are our options here? We have Maria and Rico of Magenta. They won the AAA W belt. They won the Marigold tag belt this year. They wrestle in Marvelous. They're an option. You have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. For Alexa, they had a decent run here recently. They're an option. You have Team 200 kilograms with Shishiro Hashimoto and Yu. They had a good run with the Senai Girls Tag Team Championship belts. And you have Hanan and Saya Ida, who won the Goddesses of Stardom Championship tag belts. Had a decent run with the belt as well this year. Those are your options. Please tell me if I'm leaving somebody out, but I think that is your options. I just want to say Takami Aroha and Sari, but I don't think so. Those are your options. For me, tag team, what is that sound? It's loud. Anyway, is that like a plane? What is that? Yeah, can you guys hear that? Very loud. I don't know what that is. For me, tag team of the year is Wing Gory, Hanan, and Saya Ida. Had a bunch of title defenses, a good run. I don't see who else to give it to, honestly. I think they earned it. So that's another one for Stardom. Alexa and Charlotte Flair, because they competed 360 on Charlotte. Charlotte has been fun to see. But they complete 360. What do you mean by that? Alexa's run was good. It was. I'm gonna give the nod to Wing Gory here. Moving on. Match of the year. Now you could say, hey, this is pretty easy. Will, you already said the best match in ring was Mayu versus Io. Not. Yeah, that was tag team. You missed it. That was tag team. Wing Gory. Stardom. My tag team of the year. Next, we're doing match of the year. Now you could say it should be Mayu versus Io, because I already said in the ring, bell to bell. But that is not taking into account everything. Match of the year is different from best in-ring match, okay? I'm talking about the stage, the atmosphere, the in-ring, the character moments. Did it elevate the sport? Are people talking about it? Did it translate? Is it box office? That is what match of the year is. It's everything incorporated into one, not just in-ring. In that case, for me, match of the year for the women, WrestleMania, triple threat, Bianca, Io, Rhea. Biggest stage, WrestleMania, fantastic in-ring, and at the end of the day, the biggest show of the year, folks are saying the women had the best match. That is your match of the year. Top 3 in-ring and everything else coming together, that's your best match of the year. Any complaints? Better not be. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Bianca's retirement match? Might as well be. Might as well be. Okay, next match, or next, not next match. The next category. show of the year. The best women's show of the year. We're talking about Stardom All Star Grand Queendom. We're talking about Grand Destiny 2025 Amari Gold. Talking about the Stardom 5-star GP final card. Senjo, the greatest or the biggest card. Wrestle Princess Volume 6. Was the best all women's card this year. For me, it is straightforward, in my opinion. Correct. Evolution. It was the best. Argue with your mama. It was the best. Loved every match. It cooked. It was talked about. It's considered the best card of all of WWE this year. Not a bad match on it. The atmosphere was good. Still talked about today. Still winning awards today for the best match, the best card of the whole entire year for the WWE. And if that's the case, then I think it is the best match. I mean, the best card. It had the second highest attendance if you ignore, or number one attendance if you ignore CMLL, which don't have any official attendance numbers, but it's more than what Evolution did. But yeah, this is my top card of the year for the. What do you want to argue? I guess if you're a CMLL fan, you could argue something else, but for me, Evolution. Okay. Hooper of the Year / Best in Ring of 2025. So bell to bell, best in ring. For me, straightforward. No matter how I tabulated this, no matter how I went about it, kept going to the same name. It kept going to the same person. Maxine, all right, yeah, Maxine, or Nikki Bella, right? Or you want to be stupid? How about no, it was You know, I feel bad. I'm going to say some names, but that's making fun of them, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Best in ring, 2025. If I gave you the options of Mayu, or not even Mayu, take that back. Saya Kamatani, Azumi, Starlight Kid, Io, Mercedes, Suri, what would you say? I was forced to watch all these dance matches. I watched them all, so I feel very good about saying the answer is the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky. Bell to bell, in ring, whether it was the match at Evolution, whether it was WrestleMania, whether it was her match with Mayu, the woman literally has, and this is, take a quick look. The top, let's see. 3 of the top 4 on my list. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, 5? She has 5 in the top 10. I'm sorry. 6? It is easy. This is an easy one. I can't. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 5. 5 in the top 10. 1, 4, 5. 5 in the top 10. Hook, line, and sinker. After that, you're talking about Azumi, Starlight Kid, Saya, Mercedes, Suri. But yeah, number 1 is Io. Yeah, it's crazy. Io herself says that she doesn't do anything different than she does in Japan, except for that damn tombstone, because she's not allowed to, because no one is. But beyond that, Io Sky, that's number 1. And for your final category, overall female wrestler of the year. So that takes into account in ring, were you box office, were you transcendent, were you important, were you talked about, were you relevant? I can't really talk about promos because again, I speak English, so it's not fair. But can you talk about 2025 for women and ignore your name? Can you? If the answer is no, then you're in consideration, right? Overall, female wrestler of the year, for me, it comes down to two people: Mercedes and Saya Kamatani. Why? Saya Kamatani won the MVP award, first time ever in Japan for Tokyo Sports. She was transcendent. She was all over the place. She was great in the ring. She was marketable. She was doing all the media. She was everywhere. She was the hottest thing in Japan. And you can't ignore that. Mercedes Moné, all over the place, all over the IWC. Can't be ignored. Can't be diminished. Her work going around the world. She introduced me to a lot of different promotions, a lot of different wrestlers I haven't seen before. He was talked about all year. He can't be denied. It could have been Naomi in contending for this. She could have been in contention, but she got pregnant. But if you would have had her from January all the way to the end of the year, cutting promo, doing great work, being the best thing in wrestling, I thought she was for women at one point. Had she done that entire year, she would have been in contention here, but I think she is. So just two people, Moné, Saya. Io Sky started off hot, then she kind of became Rhea Ripley's sidekick or her buddy in a tag team division. Didn't really do that much from that point on. Can't be in this overall award. It's Saya, it's Mercedes. And the winner is, I feel good about this. I do. Feel good about it. Ultimo Moné is your wrestler of the year. Her work, her travel schedule, being the talk of the town, being the talk of the world of women's wrestling, doing all her work, delivering good matches. She was the wrestler of the year. Can't talk about this year without this woman because she was all over the place, all over the message boards, all over the IWC. She was undeniable all year. And when you add in her in-ring being good, she was the overall wrestler of 2025. It was her year. It was. I mean, you can't deny it. You can't deny her impact and her influence over the entire wrestling conversation this year. And that's in Europe, it's in Japan, that's in United States, it's in Mexico. She transcended women's wrestling this year. Whether you liked it or not, you didn't always love it, but she was the it girl of 2025. Can't be ignored. So that is the list. So, in conclusion, to recap, storyline of the year was Hollywood ending. Right? Rivalry of the year, Toni Storm, Mariah May. Heel turn of the year, Naomi. Best on mic, Becky. Breakout wrestler of the year, Victoria Yuzuki of Marigold. Tag team of the year was Wing Gory of Stardom, which is Hanan and Saya Ida. Match of the year, triple threat, Io, Rhea, Bianca. Show of the year, Evolution, WWE. Hooper of the year or best in ring, Io Sky. And overall, female wrestler of the year was Ultimo Moné, Mercedes Moné. Thank you. thanks you all for listening. That is your best of 2025. Am I wrong anywhere? I don't think so. I mean, you have some quibbles here and there, but ultimately, I stand firm in my list here. Okay, I'm done talking. Any questions about anything? My IC champ was robbed, and so was Harley. Your IC champ. Becky was robbed? So was Harley? What was Harley Cameron robbed of? Talking about. If you ask me what was the Joshi show of the year or Joshi promotion of the year, I want to say Sinjo, Sendai Girls, but I don't know. It's kind of a rough one. It's kind of a harder one to determine. I'll say Sendai Girls just for the hell of it. Maxine, what about her? Who do you see having a breakout year of 2026? That's a damn good question. 2026. It could be, Gray. Depending on her push next year, it could be Kendall Gray. Some folks would say this year was a breakout year, but it could be even bigger next year. Good question. Let me think about in Japan, Siri Yamaoka, the girl that Rossi loves. I can see her getting a strong push, winning a singles title next year. Yeah, I said Siri Yamaoka in Japan. Over here in America, Kendall Gray could get a bigger push. Maybe even a Rin Sinclair. Maybe they really get behind Lyra Valkyria and then push her to the main event scene on the main roster. But those would be my options. Is there anything you're wishing for 2026 for women's wrestling? It could be dream match, title run, someone, etc. I would have said Suri to WWE, but that's feeling less and less likely. That's one. Well, you say wish. Suri to WWE. Don't think it's going to happen, but that's one wish. What else? 2026. Bianca Belair returning in good health and finally kicking off the feud with Rhea Ripley. I know some folks are upset about my booking of Bianca coming back and screwing Riho. I just don't feel confident about her returning at the Rumble. So Bianca Belair returning in good health and having a good run. I want her to return as a heel on Raw. That's one. Another big. It's a big one. It's a big one, and I think most will agree with me. Meiko Satomura had talked about bringing over NXT talent to Sendai Girls to wrestle her champions. I want to see, for the first time, NXT women heading over to Japan. We have the men heading over there, but I want to see some women from the PC, from NXT, heading over to Japan. And the reports are it may happen this year. So I want to see Kendall Gray. I want to see these women like that. What's the girl's name? Rain Sinclair. Folks like that. Heading over to Japan, having matches with these women like Manami, like Shishira Hashimoto, like Iwata. These women who are talented, who don't have people to wrestle over there. I love to see NXT talent going over there. That's a big one. That might be number one. Seeing NXT women head to Japan for some work. That'd be really, very cool to see. And because of Sendai Girls being very, very close with other promotions, because a lot of time you see Stardom talent, you see Margot talent wrestling on Sendai Girls. So we could have some Stardom talent against NXT, some Marvelous talent against NXT, because a lot of those talent will head over to Sendai Girls for matches. So it'd be very, very cool to see NXT talent against the Joshis. So I'll say that. That'd be crazy. Let's see what else. Am I the only one who doesn't think Kendall wasn't attacked by fatal influence backstage? No, honestly, that's like wrestling 101. When they don't show it, it's because the person who did it is not who you expect, right? There'd be no reason to not show her being attacked by them. Usually, when that happens, it's because it's somebody else. We saw it with a lot of people. With Jade, for example, whenever they don't show the attacker and the attacker is obvious, like it's obviously fatal influence, right? So when they don't show it, it's because it's not them. So you're probably right. It's probably, who could it be? Not going to be Easy Dame or even maybe not Kalani Jordan. I don't think it'd be Kalani. Kalani has other things to. Well, it could be Kalani. Could be her next challenger if she's going to win the belt, and maybe JJ Jane gets called up. But I don't think anybody in Fatal Influence. But it could be. Cause remember when what's her face got attacked? The former person that used to be in Fatal Influence. I'm always bad with names. It's terrible. I don't know why that is. She got attacked backstage. They didn't show the attacker. We found out later on it was I guess in that case the attacker was a surprise. That's when they brought in Laney Reed. So anyway, you're probably right. His dream is ridiculous based on how Io will look after it isn't Rhea Ripley and Io Bianca. Io wouldn't get shit from it. I mean, how long do you think Io will be tied to the hip of Rhea Ripley? At the end, some point. So excuse me for trying to book something interesting for Bianca Belair. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, Jasmine Nix. That's who it was exactly. Ren Sinclair. That is my guess as well, right? Ren Sinclair, Ren QCC. Shawn Michaels said that Ren Sinclair will have a big 2026. You book her to attack her friend. You turn her heel, and Ren Sinclair is a natural heel. And then you have a Ren Sinclair, Kendall Gray storyline. Very possible. I don't doubt that. I will say it's almost too likely for me, but you're right. She's the prime suspect if it's not going to be Laney Reed. He's a prime suspect. Or Callie Armstrong from Evolve. That's an option. So Ren Sinclair, Callie Armstrong, both of that level, it's very likely. Oh, you think they're going to have Rhea Ripley beat Io Sky? They can push that down the line. It didn't have to happen. I do think Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will win the tag titles on Raw, but we'll see what happens. By the way, she's going back to SmackDown, and her first matches will be B-Fab and Mia Yim. Who? Bianca Belair? I hope not. By the way, that being Charlotte Flair's first singles matches this year showed how bad the SmackDown division was. I'm upset that we're not seeing any vignettes or any backstage promos for the NXT women. We see Trick Williams, which I love. We see Javon Evans, which I love. We've seen the vignettes for Obafemi, which I love. Where are the hot free agents for the women? Why isn't Soruka being chased after since she beat Bayley? They should be doing, hey, Soruka, the hot free agent talent. What about Lola Vice? hot female talent there as well. They're doing it for the men, but not the women. And the women need help on SmackDown as well. I don't get it. I don't get why we're not seeing women being advertised as free agents for main roster. So Ruka's ready. Jordynne Grace is ready. She ain't doing shit that much. I mean, she's freaking hanging around Thea Hale right now. Crying out loud. I mean, what are we doing here? Call up Jordynne Grace. What are we doing here? This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing right now. Why? All up Jordynne Grace. I don't get it. I don't get it. Grace about to turn heel. Be funny. Be funny. Do I think it should happen? I don't know. But it'd be funny if it did. Call up Jordan. You call up Soruka because you love her. Had her beat Bayley for crying out loud. You call up Lola Vice. She's been doing a lot of triple A matches. She's ready. Call her up. 3 women right there. 3 women right there. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't understand. I don't understand. What are some other wishes for 2026? What are your wishes, guys? What do you want to see in 2026? I want to see women going over to Japan from NXT. That's the big one. Bianca Belair coming back healthy and having a good singles run. Hopefully a Rhea Ripley feud where Bianca's a heel. I want to see stuff like that for the women. Evolution 3, why not? Why not do another Evolution 3? What else? 3, the WWE. Probably not gonna happen, but I love that as well. They're saying Michin gotta earn a title match to face Jade. They should just put Michin and B-Fab in a faction with Jade Cargill. Make them her flunkies, her henchwomen. That's the best you can do. I'll get them on TV. It'll give them something to do every week because they can beat people up. Put B-Fab and Michin in her faction, the new baddies. Makes too much sense not to do that. But of course, then add Lola, Jordynne Grace to SmackDown. Maybe even Soruka. Add 3 baby faces right there. That's just me. I think Tiffany returns on Friday, for what it's worth. I think she returns Friday. But it is what it is. You don't have a choice. Bianca will do whatever they want her to do. I'm interested to see when they're going to do Jade versus Charlotte Flair because they're obviously dragging it. They sure are. I would say leading up to Mania, I think Tiffany returns. Tiffany gets her rematch. After Tiffany, you do Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill. That's my guess. Here's another thing for 2026. Another thing. Leave Rhyme, aka Blake Monroe, alone. Okay? The AW fans or AW stands take enjoyment watching her make mistakes, even though I don't think she make any mistakes, really. Leave her alone. Let her live her life in WWE and stop overanalyzing everything she does. Another thing. They're going to have Jade Cargill destroy Alexa. I pitched that online, and folks got mad, of course, because of IWC. Don't sacrifice Alexa Bliss for Charlotte Flair storyline. It just makes too much sense. I'm sorry. They're not going to book Alexa to beat Charlotte Flair. I'm sorry. They're not going to book Alexa to beat Jade Cargill anyway. So they may use her as a motivation for Charlotte Flair. I can see that happening for sure. I can see it happening for sure. Another wish for 2026: good, actual, competent storytelling for the women. Actual, long-term, good storylines for the women. I would love to see. It is a terrible pitch, but I can see them doing it. Well, Charlotte Flair getting mad because Alexa got jumped or attacked. Imagine B-Fab, Michin jumping Alexa Bliss while Jade Cargill laughs, right? And that causes Charlotte Flair to go crazy. If Bianca Belair does not return, let's just say you guys get your wish, right? Or your wish was almost fulfilled, and Bianca Belair was the goal for Jade Cargill. Let's say that was the case. If she can't make it, well then yeah, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I agree with you there. All right, 15 more minutes. You can't just start off with imagine B-Fab and Michin jump Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry, folks, but Alexa Bliss is Triple H loves the bigger girls, loves women with size, loves Lash, likes Soul. These are bigger, taller women. Alexa Bliss is on the smaller side. I feel like he will use her to get jumped. All right, I tell you the truth, but that could happen. I mean, look at this. Charlotte loves her. Okay, she loves her. I can see Charlotte Flair getting upset when she gets jumped. I'm afraid. No one's gonna take Michin and B-Fab with Jade serious. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. They all have a good look. They all look amazing, right? Put them together. Jade in the middle. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. They all look good. They all have presence. Okay. It'll be fine. If you have them win matches, you have them winning some tag matches, whatever, it'd be a little different. It could work. Okay, it could work. It could work. Happy New Year, David. It could work. All right, it could work. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies. It could work. Do Julia and B-Fab go to the same hairstylist? Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. For all I know, I don't know. This could work. Stop hating. B-Fab is more suspicious than Michin? Yeah, right now. I wouldn't be surprised at all if B-Fab screws Michin, but ultimately, I would have Michin go along with it or fall in line for the sake of her booking, for the sake of her having shit to do. I'd have Michin and B-Fab both fall in line behind Jade Cargill. That's just me. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it makes sense. Is Jordan? That's a theory and a half. That is a theory and a half. Look at this. Is Jordan about to become Blake's muscle? That'd be a stretch considering the feud they just had. Like, Jordan Grace and Blake had a feud. And this individual thinks that Jordan Grace might become Blake's muscle. I wouldn't say that. Would it be funny? Yes. But I don't think that's happening. I want Jordan Grace to get called up. Jordan Grace to SmackDown is what I would do, but is Jade versus Charlotte Flair happening at Mania or not? Possible. Very possible. I don't know, but it's very possible. Any more questions? Baby faces, what she says. Look at this. Alexa says baby faces. You're supposed to clap for us. Baby faces. Funny. What else you guys got? That sucks. Sheamus had a soldier surgery. Hope all is well there. The feud is over, ain't it? Wait, I said that wrong. The feud is over. You ain't here, Grace. Ain't it over till she wins? That's true. But I thought she was talking about the world title, which means she should be chasing Jacy Jayne. Well, here's a storyline. Now that I think about it. Could they pull it off? Could they pull this off? Jordan Grace said backstage that she was upset. Not upset, but she's kind of taken aback that Thea Hale won a belt before she did. She's been trying, scrapping, and clawing to win the belt, to win a belt. You can't do it. But here Thea Hale wins it because a ref screwed up, potentially. That could be a decent storyline where Jordan Grace gets upset, like, you know what, screw this. I'm upset that you won the belt before I did. Because she'll be out there ringside to help Blake Monroe. I'm sorry, to help Thea Hale. She might end up helping Blake Monroe. That'd be kind of funny to see Jordan Grace turn heel because she's mad that Thea Hale won the belt before she did. In fact, now that I say that out loud, I hope it happens. I hope Jordan Grace turns heel because she's mad that Thea Hale won the belt before she did. Give Julia the U.S. title and call up Jordan Grace. I would love that. Doesn't seem to be happening. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but I love that if it did. Triple threat between Jade, Charlotte, and Alexa. For Mania, no. For Rumble, maybe, but not Mania. No offense. I don't think so. It took a Bianca, Rhea, Io to do that at Mania. I don't think Alexa, Charlotte, and Jade well, now that I say that out loud, I mean, that booking was convoluted last time. Remember that? Io beat Rhea. Bianca was supposed to face Io Sky. Rhea Ripley weaseled her way into the match by complaining and bitching. And it was weird and convoluted and dumb. I don't want to see that again. I love triple threat matches. I love it when it makes sense. I don't want to see a Charlotte Flair, Alexa, Jade triple threat if the build is trash. Now I say that, and my wrestling match of the year was Bianca Rhea Io, right? So I'm kind of contradicting myself. Who cares if the build is bad, right? The match is great. Who cares, right? I don't know. Ask me that in 2 months. Not Mania. I don't think so. Not Mania though. Oh, you meant Chamber? Okay, gotcha. Oh, at the Chamber, not Mania. Yeah, why not? What do you make of Raquel, Liv, and Roxanne storyline right now? I always love the Judgment Day stuff. I at first thought that Liv Morgan was going to take Roxanne and turn her against Finn Balor. But with Dom being out and JD being out, Finn Balor is kind of in the background. It's more about those three, as you mentioned. So it looks like Liv Morgan is going to rope in Roxanne and turn her against Raquel. Because Liv Morgan wants the world title. She's upset that Raquel is at the forefront trying to get the belt. So I see ultimately there being friction, maybe not right away, but I think Liv Morgan and Roxanne ultimately will be against Raquel. I thought Raquel had a great match on Raw. One of her best performances. I thought she was the best in the ring that match. Better than Stephanie. That match was good, and she was the number one reason it was. She was the number one reason that match was good. So give Raquel her flowers. Liv Morgan and Roxanne could screw Raquel ultimately. I do think Raquel will get a match against Stephanie for one-on-one here soon. So yeah, good stuff. I'm always entertained by Liv Morgan and especially the Judgment Day shit. So I like that storyline for the most part. It is intriguing. It's interesting. Yeah, so she's playing it both ways. So like she's playing them both. He's saying one thing to Roxanne and one thing to Raquel, and she changes her tone when Roxanne shows up. But I do believe her end game is she doesn't like what Raquel is doing. So she wants the world title. Of course, she doesn't want Raquel to win it. So we'll see how that goes when Raquel faces Stephanie. At this point, I think you all would agree, Stephanie's going the distance. Stephanie's going to be the world champion heading into Mania. She wasn't. She'll be having a match, I think, on Netflix premiere for the new year, and you have her lose. But I think she's going to be champion heading into Mania. Same with Jade. So Jade, Stephanie, those are your champions. I think Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will be tag team champions. So if you told me Bianca Belair was going to win the Rumble and pick Stephanie, now we're talking. Can you imagine Bianca Stephanie at Mania? Oh my gosh. My goodness. Bianca Stephanie WrestleMania. That is a match. But I doubt that happens. Fortunately. He's the face of SmackDown, little bro. Be prepared. First of all, I'm a big bro. That's number one. Number two, who's the face of SmackDown? Oh, Bianca Belair. Okay, whatever. I do believe the Rumble win is between Liv and Bianca. I agree. Even though we don't know where Bianca stands, where her finger, I think Liv Morgan is a front runner. Liv Morgan is a front runner, so I agree with that. They do love the whole return Rumble win, so Bianca is an option if she's healthy. So I'd agree, Liv and Bianca, but only if Bianca is ready to go, right? So I think Liv Morgan winning the Rumble makes sense based on the way they're writing the character. Dragging it out. Yep, agree. Dragging it out. So, Liv, Stephanie, and Mania. Now, how do folks feel about that? I don't mind it. Liv is a hooper. You would have asked me that years ago. I say not a chance. That shows the growth of Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan is a hooper. She goes in the ring. She's entertaining. She's a hooper. I think she can have a good match with Stephanie. So I believe in her. That's a Mania match for sure. Then you have the Judgment Day shenanigans. Raquel and Roxanne trying to interfere. And is Raquel going to screw Liv Morgan? Is she going to help Liv Morgan? What's Roxanne going to do? That's intriguing. Yeah. Liv Morgan and Stephanie can work at Mania for sure. I think Stephanie retains. I think it's 50-50. Liv, Stephanie, depending on the Judgment Day storyline, 50-50. Yeah, I don't know if you could actually hide Bianca Belair. It is in Saudi. I mean, there's ways to. I'm sure there's like airport you can go to like hide in Saudi Arabia. I'm sure they could figure out a way to hide it. But yeah, it is in Saudi. Maybe she goes early. I mean, maybe she go like ahead of time just to Saudi Arabia for the surprise. I don't know, but I'm hoping she's there. Cause that means she's healthy and ready to go. I want to see Bianca Belair having a finger injury or having finger issues. If she's at Rumble, great. I mean, she's ready and she's healthy and she can wrestle. I miss her in the ring. So as fast as she can return, great. Do I want her to win the Rumble necessarily and face Jade? No. But I'd take her returning over anything. I want her back on the ring. So I'll take it. But no, I'm not really excited about the prospects of Jade facing Bianca Belair. I'm not. But we'll see. We'll see. I want Bianca Belair to escape SmackDown. For the love of God. Escape it. To be fair, you can tell who they trust coming off an injury. When they got people like Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair facing rookies at the first Mania back. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Tiffany faced Charlotte Flair. Not somebody who was there ready to go. He faced a returning superstar. Lost. And lost. I mean, you guys saw Jade Cargill Naomi at Mania. Do you remember it? I don't. I don't remember that match. It'd be up to Bianca Belair to deliver a banger with Jade Cargill. To carry, as the kids say. Don't remember it being bad. I just don't remember it. Jade Naomi, I don't really remember it. Drew McIntyre spoke to Brandy Rhodes' family. I didn't know that. That's funny. During the live event, Drew McIntyre is great. I would love for Drew McIntyre to win the belt, but it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. All right, folks. My expectations are high for the match. I'll tell you that. What match? Bianca Jade? Jade Naomi was only like 8 minutes. That goes to show you. Okay. They didn't allocate time to that match. Well, it wasn't a title match, so okay. No, never mind. It wasn't a title match, so it was always going to get the short end of the stick. Being a women's match, non-title. I wonder how long the Becky AJ match would be. Assuming they do Becky AJ at Mania, how long would that match be? Probably around the same amount of time. 8 to 10. 8 to 10. AJ needs a singles match before Mania. Does she? The SummerSlam match being under 10 minutes was inexcusable. I mean, Tiffy Jade, but that just goes to show you how they feel about her. That's the truth of the matter is, they don't like her in the ring. They don't love her in the ring. I mean, there's no reason why that should be so short. They don't trust her. And I want Bianca Belair to go over there and try to make it work. I don't love it. But yeah, that's the truth. They just don't trust Jade in the ring for a very long time. Yeah, that was short as hell. It was a fast match. It went fast. It was hard hitting. It was fast. It had pace, but it was short because they didn't want it to go too long. That is telling. That tells you all you need to know. I don't want Bianca Belair to be saddled when making that work. I mean, why are folks so obsessed with that? It doesn't have to happen right now. It does not have to happen right now. Let Bianca Jade happen down the line. Maybe they do a triple threat with Bianca, Charlotte, Jade. That'd be a mess. That'd be a mess. Something about that feels off. I feel like it'd be a mess. Honestly, it's better to get it out of the way. It's better to get it out of the way. But a Rumble win? Winning the Rumble? Facing Jade to get it out of the way? I don't know. I think Jade should face, in her first match at Mania as a champion, Jade should face somebody she's supposed to be. Like an underdog. Bianca ain't no damn underdog, ever. Right? When Bianca's in the ring, she's supposed to win, no matter who it is, right? I think Jade should face like a true underdog, like a Lyra. Like somebody who's on the come up, who's she bigger than, and see how that goes, but not like a Bianca Belair as your first Mania defense. I don't love it. I don't love it. Bayley can tap into that heel stuff, right? Just won the Rumble recently. I want to see a surprise win, like a Jay, but a Hooper, like a Lyra. I don't know. Probably right. It's probably be Bianca Jade, but we don't know Bianca's health. But Bianca Jade, Bianca Charlotte, they love big names. That's probably what it's going to be. Bianca Jade or Bianca Charlotte. All right, folks, that is it for the stream. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Give me your top or best of 2025, best matches, best in ring, best on the mic, all that stuff in the comments. This year has been good for women's wrestling. Very good year. Hopefully 2026 is better, but we'll see. Hopefully Triple H gives a damn, gives more creative juice to the women, but we don't know. But yeah, it's been fun. Enjoy this year. All right, see you on Twitter. Peace.